Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live analysis for Bank Nifty. Today is the 2nd of May 2023. The current time is 9 a.m. IST. And I hope your month of April was good in terms of overall trading. And April, there were a lot of fluctuations, because the entire month we are just rising. We just had two dips, but the entire month, if you look from the overall, is overall one time framing higher, and we have a double distribution from the monthly profile. So this is the overall monthly profile. Now we are anyway starting a new session, or monthly session from the May time frame perspective. So what has happened overall in the previous month is we got rejected from the value below 40,700, or 40,500. So this is the March references. So we saw rejection, or supply shut off below 40,700, and where the supply is again coming in at 43,300. Yeah. So 40,700 to 43,000, so about 3,000 point move was the overall, I would say, the appreciation in terms of the price. And we have got 1 2 3 HVNs, 1 2 2 LVNs, so a lot of anomalies from the higher time frame perspective. Now, as April is the result season, so that can be is that the reason, or why the price is moving higher? So I always ask such questions to the charts, and why it has stopped here. So overall, what the data points, and what I'm trying to decode, from the higher time frame perspective is, the supply shut off. So supply is shutting off below 40,000 level, and supply is again coming in at above 43,000 level. Yeah. So 3,000 is the range, which the biggies are trying to play. February was the month where it was just chopping in a 1,000 to 2,000 point range. We looked below the February low, we came up above, so that was a good hint to test the high, or at least test the monthly volume profile, or the monthly point of control from the monthly profile perspective. So simple balance rules, from long-term perspective, and this is telling me that for the April auction now, we are in a 3,000 point range, so we can expect some choppiness for the month of May. Now that is all from the higher time frame perspective. What happens in intraday perspective, we will still decode it. We'll look at the pre-open data and see how the price is reacting, because the reason why I look at the monthly is it gives me an overall idea, or this acts as a GPS or a Google map for me. What I mean by Google map is it tells me where the sellers are, where the buyers are, which are the areas where maximum transactions have happened, which are the zones where lack of transaction is seen, which is a rejection level, which is an acceptance level. So all these data points, I'm able to get it derived from the overall monthly profile, and this is for me the overall context. Another data point which I use a lot is, one is the yearly, the monthly, and the weekly VWAPs. So all the three are in a bullish mode, and they are all suggesting that we are gonna look higher. And the reason, okay, so now I am not so hopeful, or if it goes higher, I will not chase the high, but I'll see in terms of where the balancing is happening, and based on that I'll be aligning myself in terms of the trades. Because what is happening is we are nearing to previous quarter, so Q1 high, and that is also the current year high. So that's where a lot of supply is interested to add more of their positions. Okay. Now let's zoom into Friday's session. So what has happened is, we have clearly, we first of all, we saw some rejection above 43,000 level. So this is where the rejection was happening, and then we started to slowly move lower, we failed to move lower below 40,800, and then it was just chopping. We had one more balance, here, then it was just balancing here, and then a retest, and then we had a good short covering move. Basically these are the levels where the stops were present, so the short covering move, and then the price is just moving higher, and it found supply at 43,300 level, and the close was below it. Okay, so this is what the overall how the auction developed in terms of so first of all, the supply was strong, supply lacked, and this was the zone where previously there was demand seen, and that we can look from the previous price action perspective. So these are the zones, these are the zones where the demand or the supply shut off. Okay, so these are the zones where the price as it came, the supply again shut off, and then it started to move higher. Okay, so let me just clear all these drawings, and we will quickly now jump to now what we can expect. So the time is 9:06. We will be seeing the pre-open data out, and if I just decode the OI, first let me look at the open interest. So we are seeing positions at 43,300, 400 and 500. So this is a zone where again supply will be coming in. At the moment 43,000 is where a lot of open interest, or where the lot of positions are built, and second is 43,200. So this here is a 200 point range, and here we have a 200 point range. So yeah, 40,000, 43,000, 43,500, a 500 point choppiness. Do we see that? If I look from the OI change perspective, so at the moment, so I'm expecting a gap up opening, because 43,200 is where a lot of put positions were created last at the end of the auction, and 3,000. So let's see whether the pre-open data it opens above 43,300 or below it, because at the moment 43,200 was seen a lot of interest in terms of because there was a short covering rally, and if I look from the print, there are some people who are booking the losses, or who exited, and overall we are seeing a higher we are seeing a higher probability of buyers have already parked in. Okay, so yes, we are opening with a gap up, so we are opening at 43,395 or 43,400. So as we are opening at 43,400, okay, so this is a zone where the supply is coming in. Let me just jump back. Second thing is we also have a single print, so let me just enable that single print setting, so that way we know. Okay, so there is a single print here. I'll just save this chart. This chart also I will save it. So 43,500, and if you see from the data points here, supply is definitely present. Okay, so 43,400 is where supply is present from the open interest perspective. So what I'm looking now is the auction is opening at this level, and then see some responsive supply coming in, because those who entered here, they are the ones who will be, as it is a gap up opening, they are the ones who will be trying to book their profits and exit in the overall trade. Yeah, so I am looking for responsive selling right at the opening. So 43,400 is the level, and I also have a supply level at 43,472 and 43,500. This is the quarterly high, so all previous quarter high. So again, we are heading towards the supply territory. Yeah, so I would not chase the opening, and today we might see a retest of or the price touching the 43,500 level, and see that is for me, that is the area of interest. Okay. So as we are opening 43,400, I'll just add my 43,400, so 43, okay, I'll add 43,200 call. Okay, not in the watch list, sorry, 43,200 call and 43,200 call and 43,500 put. Okay, I'll just hide this. So for this is 43,200 CE and 43,500 PE. I'll just look at the settings. Yeah, this is fine, and this is also fine. Okay, so delta is suggesting good, so we will be seeing responsive selling, and okay, yeah, so this is also the Bank Nifty chart, and I'll also be looking at this. Okay, so if I look from the market profile chart, right, so we have a single print zone here, and here also there is a lot of supply getting present. So anything above 43, so 43,400 to 43,600, even if you see the ones here, right, these are the zones where supply is gonna come in, and they are gonna be aggressive. Okay, from the order flow perspective, we have got trapped buyers here, trapped buyers here, trapped buyers, and then sellers. So 43,800, and then we got again more trapped buyers. Yeah. Okay. So I won't be taking a long. For me, 43,400 is the level to observe. So the auction path number one is it looks it starts developing lower, and reaches the 43,300 level, and then I'll be seeing whether it goes up or whether it goes down. So that is my first auction path. Second auction path is, now the odds are less, but we just develop low. We don't even touch the 43,000. We break, we have a retracement. Again, we reach this level, have a retracement, tag this, and then we have a down move. Yeah. So this is the second auction path which I'm looking at. Third is we just see rejection and we accept, and we retest the 43,000 level, and then we close above 43,300 or the previous day high. So these are the three auction paths which I'm looking at today. We will be we'll see whether the path 1 or 2 or the 3, which is the overall price, which is the overall path getting developed, and based on the price action we can take the trades. Okay. So if you have got any question, feel free to ask. The time is 9:13 or 9:14, and in next 1 minute the price or the market will open. So we will quickly look at that and see how the auction is developing. Okay, so in the meantime, okay, yeah, so a nice monthly May series is ongoing. Yeah, let's see what month of May brings in for us. Let me look at HDFC Bank. I did not look at that. Bank Nifty, HDFC. So HDFC is opening in green. Okay, that's fine. So let's see which way the price opens. So, but I am looking for supply to come in. Let's jump to the options data. Okay, so we are seeing rejection. We are seeing rejection from 43,400. It is nearing towards the previous day high and might tag the 43,300 level. Delta is positive on call, negative on put. So it is trying to develop lower. So the first auction path is the one which is happening, and supply is shutting off. So here we are seeing some positive delta, but put is in the negative delta. I'll just close this, and we have cleared the zone here. I'll just remove this zone, and there is definitely supply on the higher side. Okay, so it is just chopping around. We are seeing acceptance around, so price is getting rejected at 43,300 level. That is the previous day high. Okay, so the call is the one which is which is rising. Put is the one which is falling. And if I look from the OI perspective, open interest perspective, so there are trapped calls. Puts are also being there. So 43,300 is the area of interest, for me from the options data. And if I look from the order flow perspective, we are seeing more buyers here. So I'm just decoding that. I'm seeing more buyers. 65 to 69, this is the overall spread. Okay, I'm seeing buyers, more buyers. Okay, now supply is coming in and is shutting off, coming in and shutting off. So if you see, this is the real time order flow feed. These are the overall trades. This is the depth of market, which I'm looking at, but just some simple way to see the reaction and the price. So we are now going towards 43,400. If I just look at the we are heading upwards. And if I look from the print, which are the orders, so we are seeing a short covering move, but a good number of buying. So short covering is happening from the current order flow. So this is the order flow, live order flow, which is coming in, and you see supply come in and then just shut off. Supply comes in and shut. 400 is where good supply is already present. So let me just delete this one, and this one. So what we see now is 43,400. So if I look at the OI data, that's where first of all we are seeing more calls getting written compared to puts. 400 is the area where, so if it starts developing higher, the calls which are getting written here, they will be the ones which will be trapped, and 43,500. But I'm seeing from the print perspective, above 400, I'm seeing good volume coming in from the supply side. Okay. Why aren't big orders coming in? So the volume is pretty thin, so 43,400 is again where supply is coming in, and it has started to fall now. So I was able to successfully decode it from this live prints, and let's see whether it continues to fall. From the delta options delta perspective, call is still in positive territory, put is in negative territory. Put has a negative sentiment, call has a positive sentiment, so we might be trading higher. So now what I'm looking at is the buyer volume should come, or there should be trapped sellers. At the moment I'm seeing trapped buyers, so this is now one zone where some buyers are trapped, and this is the HVN for the moment. We also have an unfinished auction, or a gap from the order flow perspective where there was no uh, auction getting, or transaction happened. Okay, so I'm just observing this data. Okay, so supply is still coming in. 40,400 is the area where supply is still coming in. And now I'm looking for, so now the puts are the ones who are trapped. So if I just look at the OI change data, the put are the ones who are trapped, and we have a confirmation of trapped buyers. So now this, for me, this is a trade setup to take a short, keeping my stop loss above this candle high, or this HVN. If it fails, that should give you an idea that okay, we might be seeing more continuation higher. So as now it is getting retraced to the 40,400 level, I'll be looking to add more puts. But yeah, let's see. If I look from the order flow, I'm seeing more of put volume, put spread, coming in terms of the value, and we are having trapped buyers, or the trapped puts. Okay, so a testing time now. Let's just see how the price. So we are seeing some rejection. We saw some rejection at previous month high and a previous week high. Now it is starting to drop. So my first target will be this. So this will act as a low volume area node, and you should exit if you have taken this trade. Okay, so there is some transaction happening, and we also got unfinished auctions here. Yeah, so this was a nice trade which I decoded from the open, how supply is coming in. People were actually trying to buy and go higher, but now the price is reversing, trying to shake out those weekend players. And now if you see, the supply is the one which is getting trapped, from the volume, or from the transaction perspective. Okay, if price to fails, if price goes lower, then this will act as level of resistance. Now I'm seeing this as a support, but yeah, let's see, because there is going to be some chop happening right now. So let's see. Overall delta is negative. I believe the put will be heading towards the positive direction. Call will be coming to the negative direction. 43,300 is the area where a lot of put positions have been created. Both the volumes are, so 88 and 82. That's where I'm seeing. Good volumes coming in. Let me just hit refresh. Yeah, so I'm seeing more supply. Now again it's flat. Okay, so some booking is happening. So now we have got one more area of support. Now we can have a short covering move. So you can take a long trade, or wait for this candle to close. You can buy, you can then enter the next position, because these, for me, these two are the stop loss levels. And now I'm looking for the high to be taken out. And test the 43,400 level. So now if you see, the good number of supply was there, it shut off. Now the supply is again coming in at 399, 402, and we have a good short covering move which is happening. So this is what I was looking at. So a second call trade, this would also been successful. So two trades right at the open, and how slowly and steadily and calmly we were able to take the trades with just decoding the overall data. Now the supply is shutting off. We are seeing the ones, so these are the ones who are adding more no, I would say not fuel, but adding more uh, volumes to support the upwards price action. Okay, so 43,400 is the zone which will act as a level of support. Now the calls are the ones who are trapped. Supply is still coming in. We have got trapped sellers, an indication, or supply present overhead. Okay, so now it is just going to chop off between these two zones. So we have got trapped sellers here, and also some sorry, these are in immediate resistance. We have got trapped sellers below it, and we also have a level of support. So this to a zone, so 43 320 to 340, this 20-point zone will act as a level of support. Okay, now it has reached higher, so now we should see continuation in terms of the short covering move, and the next target is the 43,475 and 43,500. Okay, so see the overall volume coming in. We should see good MO from the buy side. Okay, so just saving this chart, let me just reload this. Okay, so we are heading towards the upward territory. Now we had a good short covering here, so good volume flow is coming in. Now you can start trailing if you have, and let's see, because we are now in the overall supply zone. So good supply is coming in. Okay, again more volumes are getting built up here from the order flow and the print. Okay, so what we are doing is we should have a retest here because this is going to act as a level of support. So now it is just going to chop off, so I'll be careful in taking any trades now, because now 930 will come. It will just chop off around 43,400, so I'll be looking at 43,400 because that's where both the call and put, so this is a straddle where the straddle positions are getting created from the OI data. Okay guys, yeah, so I hope I've been talking since last 28 minutes. 9:30 I got another meeting, so I'll be working on that. So yeah, thank you once again, and I hope you learned something new. If you don't, then just replay this video and watch from the beginning and make your notes and just try to decode, or what am I saying. You will get all the clarity in that. Okay, so thank you once again, and I'll see you again tomorrow.